Good morning students. Once again welcome to 12th Commerce Economics. We are going with current challenges facing Indian economy and we have seen three challenges: poverty, rural development and human capital formation. Today let us go with employment. But before going with an employment, I would like to tell you today in video we will have all the concepts clear which are required in employment. Now, I wanted to tell you what actually the work is in our life. It plays a very important role as an individual and as a member of the society. So, we have to work very hard and efficiently to be a good citizen and increase the economic position of our country. Let's start with our topic. Now, who are the workers? The workers means it refers to an individual who is engaged in some productive activity to earn living. That means any person who is doing work to earn money and to live, that person is called as worker. Now workers are divided into two parts. Number one is self-employed and the other one is hired worker. Self-employed means the worker who are engaged in their own business or their enterprises. Suppose if I have my own business, I am the owner of the business. That means I control the business, I own the business and I manage the business. So management, control, ownership, all three are with one person. That person will be called as self-employed. It's his own business. The second is hired workers. Workers who are hired by others and are paid in form of wages and salary. As I give you an example, I have a business, so I am self-employed. Now I need an accountant. So I will hire someone, that means I will appoint someone and I will give him salary. That accountant will be a hired worker because I am appointing him. It's written here who are hired by others and paid in the form of wages or salary. So this is difference between self-employed and hired workers. Now there are two types of hired workers: regular workers and casual workers. Regular workers, we can say the workers who are salaried. When a worker is engaged in work and paid his salary on a regular basis, that means a person is doing a job and getting his salary on regular basis, means every month at the end of the month. They are also called regular salaried employees. For example, an accountant working in a company and after 1 month he gets a salary. Next month he gets a salary. That means he is been appointed and he gets continuous salary, that is regular salary. He will be called as regular worker. Then who are the casual workers? Those workers who are not hired by their employees on regular basis and these employees are not getting the job security. Now in our company, if we require some more laborers for only 2 months, then for 2 months they are working and they get salary or wages only for 2 months, income for 2 months. Then they are called as casual workers. They have no job security. They are not the permanent worker in our company. So this is the difference between the regular worker and casual workers. Now we finished with the workers, types of workers, but let us see what are the activities performed in our company. Suppose economic activity. It refers to the activity performed by people to earn living. We have studied in 11th economic activity and non-economic activity. Economic activity is done to earn money in written. Non-economic activity is done to get satisfaction in written. For example, a lady or a teacher working in a school as a teacher and gets salary. The same teacher goes home and takes a study of her daughter. So when she takes a study of her daughter, she don't gets money in return. That is non-economic activity. Same teacher when she is teaching in school and gets a salary, that is economic activity. So this is difference between economic activity and non-economic activity. But let us see what are the types of economic activity. Three types of economic activity, that is consumption, production and distribution. Now why does the consumption comes in an economic activity? Because consumption is a starting point of economic activity of all the human being. For example, a person when he or she has a desire to achieve something or want to consume something, then she will take an action. For example, if I am hungry and I want to eat something. So what action will I take? I will go in a kitchen, I will cook. So this action has been taken, or I will go outside and purchase. So the consumption activity starts, that is an economic activity. We will see what is the second activity, that is production. Production activity, it refers to those activities which are undertaken to produce goods and services for income generation. Now to produce goods means to bring the input, to process on it, output is ready, that is called as processing function. Input may be raw material, then we have to put a process on it and make it ready, a product which is ready for consumption, that is production. After that what we will do, we'll send the product in a market, that means distribution. So distribution activity starts, marketing and all that. So these are the economic activity, production activity and distribution activity. Now we will see what actually is the labor force and labor supply. Now labor force means a sum total of person who are willing and able to work at a existing wage rate in economy. Now pay attention, a person who are willing, that means they have a will, they have a wish to work, and able to work. Able to means they are capable, physically they are able and they have all the qualities. So willing and ableness is there to work at an existing rate in an economy. It includes both economy, employment and unemployment. That whole population will be called as labor force. Now we will see the example of formula. Labor force means a person working, that means who are employed, and plus the person seeking, that means who are looking or finding for a job, or available to work, that means the person who are available or ready to work. All including, it is called as labor force. That means person who are employed, who are unemployed, who are willing to work, all together they will be called as labor force. Now what is labor supply? It refers to the various amount of labor that workers are willing to work corresponding to a particular wage rate. That means they are ready to work and at a particular wage rate. They are called as labor supply. Means labor has been supplied by some particular agencies when we need number of laborers. That is labor supply. Now let us move further. That is workforce and workforce ratio. What do you mean by workforce? The number of persons who are actually employed at a particular time are known as workforce. That means it's clearly mentioned actually employed. It means the person who are actually presently, currently doing work are workforce. Now what is their age? What will be the age group? That will be 15 to 60 will be the age group. Now you know workforce means people who are only working. The one who are unemployed will not be counted in workforce. They will be counted in labor force. Here only the person who are working at present. Now workforce ratio. How do we calculate this? It helps in knowing proportion of the population contributing for production of goods and services. For example, in India, how many number of people are working, or what is the ratio of employed and unemployed? So we will find out the workforce ratio. What will be the formula for it? Total number of workers. That means total number of workers means who are working in India upon total population of India into 100. So we get answer in ratio. That is in percentage. That is our workforce ratio. Now let us know some more concepts of employment. What is jobless growth? It refers to a situation where gross domestic product, that is GDP, grows faster than the employment opportunity. What is GDP? GDP means 1 year's production. What is the production of 1 year in India? That is GDP. Now here it is growing faster to comparison with employment opportunity. That means production is increasing but no employment opportunity. So it is called as jobless growth. Growth of a country is there but not in case of job. It shows that the production is done by using more of technique, not the labor. So it is technique intensive, not the labor intensive. That is called as jobless growth. Now the next one, casualization of employment. The word itself tells you it refers to situation when the percentage of casual hired worker tends to rise. That means in a country, if more number of casual people are being employed, then again they don't have job, again they have job, again they don't have job. If this is the situation, then it is called as casualization of employment. Now what is informalization of employment? Informalization means it refers to situation when people tends to find employment, means job, more in informal sectors of the economy. So they are working more in the informal sector, that will be called as informalization. That means more of the people are getting job in informal sectors. So these are the some concepts which we should know before going to know what is unemployment, what are the types of unemployment, which we will see in our next video. So be connected with us, stay safe, study well through our online education. Thank you so much.